All right. I should be live. I kind of rushed this one. 8:55 p.m. start. I literally decided to do this about 4 minutes before the page went live. Needless to say, I had to put it together first. So for those who are watching, welcome to the 25th Lucid Dreaming Q&A stream. I am Skyfall Blind Dreamer, and it has been a while, hasn't it? Yes, it has. So thank you, and for anyone who is attending. And most of people here will know the typical ground rules. I do have slow mode on, so you can send a message once every 20 seconds. The 200 character limit is annoying. I do get that. I may check in the Discord to see if any of my viewers there are sending messages in Lucid Dreaming. In fact, I might do a segment on answer the Lucid Dreaming channel messages in Dream Cafe. I could probably make that a segment. But let's start with everyone here to see if there's anybody here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Send. Yay! That got some people. Hi, Voidway. I'm not sure. Yeah, YouTube doesn't ping me either. Like YouTube, I used to get email notifications from YouTube, and they stopped sending those like 10 years ago or something. It's been a while, okay? But anyway, yeah, I just decided to do this last minute, and I dropped it in Lucid Dreaming. But let's see, how many people do I have? I have one concurrent viewer, so that's you, Philip. Let's see if anyone noticed. Let's see. Stream is actually live now. There we go. That ought to get a couple of people in. Hey, 2 viewers. That's progress. Okay, Crystal, welcome. Hey, you made it. I hope your chess tournament went well, and hope everything's going all right. I'm going to see if anyone from Dream Cafe wants to come in here. I have a 10 p.m. Eastern meeting to go to, so I just decided to throw this in here while I could, and see what can happen. Doesn't have any specific questions. You just want to hear what other people have to say. Okay. Well, if you come up with any specific questions, I will be right here taking very specific answers. So very much thank you for coming. Queen of Ear he what? I got to figure out how to pronounce this because it's all one word. Queen of Ear High. Okay. Queen of Ear High. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, well, I don't really have any other way to tell, so that, yeah, I guess that's just the best we can do sometimes. Yeah, 3 a.m. for a tournament. Nah, that's. I mean, just imagine if you drove there both ways and back like every day. I mean, it's one thing if you do it once and you're doing a long drive or you're going on a trip and then you're staying there overnight. Like, I have a Model UN tournament. I'm not going to say where, but I'll be up at 5 a.m. for that, and we'll be leaving school at 7 in the morning to drive 4.5 hours. We'll get there after lunch, or right around lunch, and then we'll have afternoon stuff and evening stuff. And to be fair, we're spending 2 nights there and 2 whole days there. Well, almost 3 whole days. But there is a trade-off to that. It's not just a day trip. So, Jessorama, welcome. Queen Ophir. Yeah, the word of and then the HII at the end was kind of. Oh no, that's your message because it's just character by character. I was because I moved the next character your messages. Queen O Fear. Okay, that makes more sense. Queen of Fear, I got you. It's- uh, Okay. Yeah, I will, Crystal. I was just thinking more people would see it if I put it in Lucid Dreaming, but in future I'll definitely put it up there as well. Usually I do put it up there when I'm not planning it with less than 5 minutes warning. But yeah, that's what I normally do. But I wanted people to have a better chance of seeing it, but I'm sure how busy the channel would be. Yeah, if you think Colombian roads prevent most form of sleep from being obtained, we have American roads, and we have some decent roads, like pretty decent roads. I can't sleep on any roads. It doesn't matter what kind of road it is. I can't sleep sitting up like that. I can never get comfortable enough in the car, and I'm already a light sleeper, and it already takes me a bit to fall asleep normally anyway. I can't get comfortable in a car. The closest I get is like half zoning out. I don't even know if I don't even know if legally that's N1 if I'm getting into N1 or not. It'd be really cool experiment just for my own personal records to actually try to track my polysomnography in a long car trip after not having much sleep the night before to see like if I'm really exhausted in the car if I do actually fall asleep because I don't feel like I do. So it'd be actually interesting to see if I do fall asleep at any point. Incubation, I've really only used that as a wild anchor. But basically just thinking a lot about the thing you want to have happen. Generally, the simpler the concept, the easier it is to get it into your dream. So if it's something pretty straightforward or like a really simple scene or simple thing you want to do. For me, I've done like imagined dream scenes before, like as a wild anchor, with the goal of trying to get into that dream. So Um, I think it's keep it pretty straightforward. The more you think about it, the more likely it is to incubate your dreams. Incubation outside of using it as a wild maker is not a practice that I've really done much with. Let me see, where did that notification come? Oh, all right. I just check those. Yeah, it could be. I would really be kind of cool if I had a way to test that. It'd be cool if I had a way to test that in the car. Obviously, my sleep already, trying to sleep in a car isn't comfortable enough, but I wouldn't mind. It'd be interesting to see what the hell would happen. It'd be really cool to have something portable. It would be really cool if we can get to the point where this technology is portable enough that we can use it in other places. Because there are several places I'd love to just see if I'm actually able to fall asleep. For example, if I've stayed awake for over 24 hours and I'm on an Amtrak train on a 2-hour trip from Philadelphia to Washington D.C. and I'm feeling tired and I just like sit there and lay out, will I actually fall asleep? That'd be an interesting question. Ah, cool. That is actually pretty epic. It is awesome. So I wish you guys, all of y'all, the best with that. Everyone who's a part of that, I wish the best with it. Hmm. You know what? Hey, Crystal, you want to come on the live stream, or do you? You don't have to have a camera on. I don't have my camera on, so I wouldn't ask something of other people that I'm not doing myself. Plus, I don't turn the lights on in here at night, and the camera couldn't pick anything up anyway. But I usually keep it off. But yeah, if you want to come on the live stream, Philip, you want to come on the live stream? Would be kind of fun to just talk. Let's see here. Someone's talking about sleep paralysis and claiming that it's easy to do. Apparently, it's not. You're either prone to it or you're not. Okay. Go. Basically, Crystal, what I'd do is I would just drop you a link. It's fully web-based. I would just it would take all of like 20 seconds. I copy a link, I'd DM it to you on Discord, and then you'd be able to join through that link, and I'd be able to add you on here. Do I have a DM with you? It's your Voltex one, right? The thought of one scene has helped you sleep, Jester Rama. That is kind of cool that you've had dreams related to it. You know, because that is kind of the point of incubating is if you're thinking about something enough that you can have a dream related to it. Let me see. Where is the invite guests? Copy. Okay. Let me see here. Just scheduling something real quick. So, do I have a... Let me see. Find or start. Here you are. Hi, Galaxy. Welcome. He says, "Sup, Skyfall? What is the strangest dream or lucid dream that you had?" Honestly, that's a very good question. I just had one this morning about I was like out and about near on this road next to some sports courts, and they're playing dodgeball, and then I kicked the ball back over to them, but it was like a smaller, you know, inflated ball. And then there was this like creature on the ground, and it was like part dog, part cat, but it was like really small, and it would like roll over to rub its belly, and it had like I think it could purr like a cat, and it probably could look like a cat, but it had this like really sharp claws, and it would try to scratch me anytime I roll over it. But it wasn't really it wasn't painful or anything, but it like leave behind these tactile markings. And then it turned out that this creature was my brother transforming into this creature, and I was lucid as a result of that. And then I was basically like running around. I kind of like teleported around and was like flying because the creature couldn't fly, so I was just like flying away. And then I basically like transformed him back and was like, "You can't transform into that creature anymore." Sure. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't have to be for very long, just a few minutes. Talking is fun. I sent you that link, and you can turn your camera off if you like. You don't have to have your camera. Yeah, a lot of people have me in their Discord DMs. Let me see. Here we are. What layout am I in? Let me see. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite well, actually. Welcome to the live stream. Is this your first time on one?
I think so.
I know it's your first time on one of mine. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to be nervous. We're just chatting, honestly. So,
Yes.
how is everything going?
Good. Yes, I have homework to do. And, I need to sleep in like an hour or something.
Yeah,
But
I will. I
have
actually
some
have a
time.
meeting in 50 minutes, and so this thing won't be lasting that long.
Okay. That's cool.
How's that
Um,
motivation thread going?
it's pretty cool. So we have a lot of people involved. Basically, it just started when um MP was talking about how they don't have a lot of motivation and stuff, and I was thinking, well, neither do I, and I know a lot of people who are a bit slow with this stuff, so maybe we should all get together and, you know, I just suggested me and MP getting together and working on LD projects together, and then Liam said that he wanted to join in too, and then it all started from there, and now we have me, Brick Snake, MP, Gammy, Liam, Steel Divine, Logan, and Ultra. So there's quite a few of us.
And it's quite the group of people, actually. I
Yeah,
know most of those names.
we have a lot of people at different progress levels and stuff, and we're all just sort of motivating each other and reporting back how we're getting along. And I know that I think me, Gammy, Seal Durian, MP, and maybe a few other people do SSILD. So that's
Cool. So, are you still practicing with SSILD then?
I think so. Um, I think what's for me good is the sort of like SAT, but very much based around not exactly dial taking gravity, but like just sort of whenever I happen to notice gravity in some way, not strictly, but like I will become, aware and crystal
So, like
and
a
stuff.
dialed hook.
It's like adulthood, but I'm not doing it strictly. It's just sort of
Hmm.
randomly and sort of based around gravity as well. Because like instead of just becoming crystal, like how did I get here? It's also how does gravity feel? Because
Hmm.
gravity in my dreams is almost always
Yukif,
off.
Yukif would be proud of you. And by the way, what's this is actually kind of funny. But when you say critical, it actually came out. It sounded a little bit to me like you're saying crystal, so it's actually kind of funny.
I'm
But
becoming
yeah,
crystal anyway.
yep. You're
I don't know
becoming
how to
yourself.
talk.
You're
I don't
becoming
know how
yourself.
to talk.
I have a
I can't
question for
talk.
you. Do you have a strong desire to yourself become a tire? Because that is what Jesso Rama desires for some reason.
What?
He said in the chat,
Okay.
Jesso Rama,
I want
I
to
want to
become a
become a
tire.
tire.
Okay, I believe firmly that everyone should follow their dreams in life and that everyone can be their own individual, and
Yeah,
I'm not gonna discriminate against anyone and
yeah.
who they feel like they really are.
I don't know of any
I'm
ways to become a tire, but I know of ways to have tire marks. uh, it's not a very healthy way. Um,
um do I wanna hear about that?
no.
Okay.
Boyd Way was talking about his cat dream because of mine. Apparently, he had a cat demon, and
Anka?
his cat went and fought it.
Anka?
Hmm.
Anka, but like not even humanoid.
Oh, jeez. Um,
Okay.
so what do you think is, maybe like a little bit of an inside scoop? What do you think is the next step for the Dream Cafe Guides channel? Is it going to continue putting out anything, any live streams, any new material from everybody over here?
So I think the problem with the guides channel is that because it was such a massive collaboration, um, it sort of lost all personality inside of the videos to some
Hmm.
extent. So like it it also had questionable information because it was, for example, the handbook video. It was based off of the handbook written at the time
Was
by
it?
Philip,
Oh, by
by Liam, and a few other people, including Elemental, who Elemental didn't work on it much, but what he did do, he kind of put some misinformation in there while he was at it. So
Beautiful.
that got into the video, and now I wouldn't really recommend that video even to people at this point. So it's just kind of
Would you
making
be,
the videos wasn't the best.
do you
But
know of
I think
anyone who would be interested in collaborative work on either the editing side or maybe doing a live stream event of some kind?
so now that I think about it, me, Liam, Brick Snake, and Exist were sort of talking about this stuff together, and Brick Snake made a server for it, and I could probably invite you because I think it's about, but I'm just gonna ask Brick Snake. But essentially, what we're doing there is we're just sort of talking about this stuff, and Brick Snake especially has been thinking about collaborative stuff, so that does sound. Yeah, I think many of us would be interested in that because we were thinking about how, if in terms of, we sort of were thinking about server activity, and that's how we got to the idea of YouTube and stuff. Because the server right now is very much lacking activity, in case you can't tell, and
Oh,
we
I
can't
had
really.
no idea whatsoever. You know, I couldn't tell that at all. Like I really just couldn't see it. Uh,
Okay.
all sarcasm aside, I will say, you know, I'm just getting into speculation territory here a little. I
Mm-hmm.
think ELD's upload underperformed his expectations of it
Yeah, yeah, I
by
agree.
a mile. I mean, I was comparing it to his most popular videos alike, and his goal, as he stated it from the chats that I remember, was to optimize new content such that it would outgrow his old content. And he really didn't want to delete the old content, which
Yeah,
I don't get it. But that's me. I'm not a YouTube
algorithm.
algorithm
I
expert. I
think.
just don't like to
Yeah.
see those kinds of things promoted. But he's kind of disappeared. I haven't heard from him in 3 months.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think essentially the thing is that I don't expect him to upload. I think he's either never going to upload ever again on this channel, or very inconsistently. So if you come to that sort of logical conclusion that, he's not really going to go super far with this, or at least we shouldn't rely on him going
Exactly.
far with this, um, then
Queen of Fear, I wish you the best of luck. Remember, if you have any questions, um, always feel free to ask anyone in the Dream Cafe server, or you can ask me, you can ask anyone else there, and see about joining Crystal's motivation group because it sounds like a pretty hot spot to be.
yes, you can find it. It's called the Hyper Lucid. It's a thread in the Hyper Lucid again. It's the thread in the Lucid Dreaming channel.
Gaming with Nico. Yes, one so 2 dreams a night is kind of on the low moderate side of recall, but it is good enough to actually be practicing lucid dreaming. If you're consistently remembering 2 dreams a night, that is good. Are you doing any lucid dreaming techniques? Are you practicing anything consistently? Because that'd be the next thing to consider. Like, what are you doing consistently? Um, what all do you practice? How consistently do you do it? And how do you do whatever the techniques are you're doing? Would be my question to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, back to the that bit. Yeah, I mean, obviously an inconsistent source for uploading. I've been inconsistent too, but then again, I've only uploaded like 3 videos. Most of what I've done is streams, and now I'm back in school. And I described my Wednesday to you last week. I had class from 2 p.m. and 5, club meeting at 6, and then I had a bi-monthly group meeting at 8:30 that lasted till 11, and that was one day last week.
Yeah. I mean, what
Yeah,
I'm.
today I had a club meeting at 5. I didn't get home until almost 7 tonight. Those are some of my
Yeah.
busier days, and then trying to find time to do a bunch of different things in the middle of all that
Mm-hmm.
is a lot. I have a weekly Monday night meeting for a group that I'm a part of, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just long story short, the conclusion that we came to is just the idea that if we want to activate the server a bit more, then we're going to have to sort of not rely on ELD and instead have our own channel or something, or
Mm-hmm.
other people have their own channels because people are willing to do that. For example, Liam, I think, was considering that. And I'm considering that, but I don't really know if I have time or the skills or anything because I've never even thought of doing YouTube before.
But yeah, by the
So,
way, speaking of YouTube, did you see the results of that poll I made of the audience?
oh, I forgot to check.
I had last time I checked, 50 something people had voted, and like 53 people voted, and it was 51% North or South America, and another 36% like the Europe, Africa kind of areas, and so it's like
Mm-hmm.
80, or that's like 87% of the people. It's like 51 and 36 or something. It's like 87% of the people were either in European time zones, like because it's a north-south division between Europe and Africa, or were in the Americas, which was quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we have a very much Euro American centric audience, at least for my channel. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna continue to do afternoon content on
Yeah.
weekends when I can because of that. And so we will see how that goes.
That's
Um,
cool.
just a Rama, I'm not giving you high quality images of anything. I wouldn't be able to tell. High quality image of a tire from a low quality image of a building. It's going good, Cappuccino. Hope you're doing all right.
Nice.
Um, so Nico, only doing it on weekends. Can you describe how you've done mild? Like, you could even DM me on Discord, but like, if you have any questions about how mild is supposed to work, we have some guides in the resources channel. I also have a guide that I recommend to people as well. Some stuff I recommend. Um, you can try it before bed each night, so you can at least do it before bed. And if you do it mild with wake back to bed, you don't have to stay up for very long at all. You can just get up, do the technique, and go back to sleep. And you also don't have to do it until you fall asleep. That's another thing too. So if you're only practicing on a weekends, I can understand why you're having trouble getting success because you're not practicing very often. It's like 4 times a month versus say like 28 times a month or 30 times a month
Imagine practicing.
or 8 times a month. Like yeah. And so yeah, consistency in practice is definitely a big part of that.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see where these other pings I got on DC came from.
You probably have a lot. I don't know.
Most of them were the two I had were from you, actually.
Did I? When's the last time that I pinged stuff?
Oh, that one was still. Let me mark that as red. And
Oh, think of a question of the day because I haven't done one.
so think of a question of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's think of a question of the day. Something lucid dreaming related.
Mm.
Um, hmm. I wonder.
And the,
Have you asked this before? How long did it take you before? For those of you who initially learned about lucid dreaming from YouTube, how long did it take you before you realized that what you learned was not correct?
that's an interesting one. I think we've done similar, but I don't know if we've done that. Yeah, I don't think we did that exactly. That sort of reminds me of Elementals poll, but I don't think that was one of the questions. And that was like 10 months ago.
A long, long time ago.
That's a certain percentage of my life. Okay, I could ask that one. That's good. Thank you.
Awesome. We have someone just joined. Lucid Dreaming indicates somebody just joined the server, and of course they have an unreadable name.
Yay!
Yay! I love it when that happens.
Uh-huh.
Voidway Explorer asks, have you found any real-world lucid dreaming events besides ISD? I wanted to see if there was something worth funding, but I'm starting to think that ISD really is the only event out there. Well, I do need about $4,000 to get to Europe next year. Maybe, um, but I think ISD has some regional conferences here and there. I know there are people who do some workshops, but they're not really like easy to find, at least that I know of. And certain people doing some workshops. And I know of like one guy who does workshops, but he's in the UK. So unless you want to go to England or go to any of the UK countries, I'm very much a far trip for us Americans. We'll say north or south. I mean, south it's a lot further, but yeah, it's still pretty far for us North Americans too. But yeah, I need to raise money for. I need to work my butt off to get up there. Cappuccino asks, "How do you manage your time with lucid dreaming? I love the skill, but all of a sudden, life really hit, and I just can't focus on it. I feel I need to focus on myself and not staying stagnant in real life. So, how do we manage our time with lucid dreaming?" Okay, well, I'm not the best time manager in the world, but one thing I can say is like you don't have to spend the whole day on lucid dreaming, obviously, because real life should take a priority. I spend a lot of time teaching lucid dreaming, but that's also helping other people, and so it's a little bit different. But I mean, I have school, I have a job, I have to make money, so you know you could at least, even when you're busy, I think 15 minutes at the end of the day for practicing a technique and working on lucid dreaming. 15 minutes in the morning at the beginning of the day for journaling and dream delving, dream recall techniques. Um, you could do, if you have enough time in your sleep to do wake back to beds, you can do them. But that kind of, like the minimal amount of time you could spend if you want to, if you're really needing to devote your time to other things. 15 minutes for bed, 15 minutes when you wake up. 15 minutes is not that long. In fact, Crystal and I have been talking for nearly 20 minutes. Well, 25, I think. Yeah, about 25 minutes already, so more than 15 minutes. If this Kickstarter doesn't go well, I hope your Kickstarter goes well then. All right. Remember, if you have any questions on Mild, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to help you with that. Gaming with Nigo. When I used to follow lucid dreaming tutorials, YouTube tutorials, I tried to lucid dream by causing sleep paralysis. No! Horrible, I know. Ruined my sleep schedule during that time and didn't even work, obviously. Yeah, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. I never went that far, but I was one of the fortunate ones because within the first couple of weeks, I realized that what I'd been learning on there was wrong. When I was reading Explore the World of Lucid Dreaming and asking people on Dream Cafe, and no one could tell me what was correct, what I had heard on YouTube or what I read about Mild in the book by the person who invented it, that's when I knew that there was some BS going on, and I kind of started learning from there. And there's a reason I'm always adamant about helping people, understand the misconceptions as quickly as possible, because I don't want people to suffer from the ill effects, including, some of the things that I went through, some of the mistakes I made as well, like associating being lucid with waking up quickly and being anxious about waking up and underestimating how long the actual dreams were just by thinking about the lucid part of them, and just really underestimating that in general, leading to associating getting lucid with waking up and all some of that negative stuff. But that's why I was been fighting from the beginning, because people who are exposed to those misconceptions for long periods of time, they end up losing their motivation and their discipline along with it, because that's the other important part. And they're they're just like kind of burnt out on it, and they're not really confident, and they think that something else won't work because what they had done wasn't working, and it's not helpful. Should I think of tires as rubber donuts? Now you're just having fun. Okay, I think you're just having fun, Jessarama. Should I think of tires as rubber donuts? Sounds disgusting, to be honest. I like a good donut as much as like the next civilized person. Would never go for rubber. Crystal, would you like a rubber donut?
I'm questioning everything right now.
Really?
Yes. What?
Yeah.
Rubber donuts. That is a new one.
Well, those kind of make a little
also
bit of
have
sense.
to.
I mean,
I also have to wonder
a
if
tire swing is like that, a rubber donut. Yeah.
I also have to wonder if tires are rubber donuts. Does that apply to bicycle tires too?
Maybe rubber.
And what is the inner tube? What
And
does the
inner
inner tube
tube might be a
represent?
rubber bagel with like the filling cut out.
Yeah, I know, but like the inner tube goes inside of the tire.
Oh, that. Probably the donut filling.
I suppose so.
I mean, it's really like it's not very tasty donut filling. I must
It
admit.
does
I mean,
have inner
you
tubes.
know,
Do have that fluid inside of it?
I mean, if we're going off of the bicycle, I mean, having those like metal spokes as like your icing, them really go well with me.
Relatable.
Good luck, cappuccino. And I wish you the best. And sorry that life is making you really busy. Rubber donuts. Sometimes it gets crazy on here, but it's usually the fun kind of crazy.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. And I love sharing it with people. This is the first time I've impulsively just brought someone on here without planning it ahead of time. Have I checked out? Yeah. I've heard a bit about Michael Rodriguez. Let's just say, he's got some guts. His methods are unorthodox. I don't think a sane person would do some of the things he's done. Like, perform brain surgery on yourself, I think might just go a little too far. You learned how to do brain surgery by practicing on pigs or whatever animals he practiced on, and then watching YouTube videos. I mean, brain surgery, okay? This guy implanted electrodes in himself. He had to be hospitalized, and they were taken out. They did have to be hospitalized. He could have died. And so it is kind of cool, some of the stuff he's doing. But at the same time, I don't know what he's thinking. I mean, he could have like
all I have to
seriously.
say is just why not do Mile?
Yeah, I mean, it was like when the person on someone on Tech for Dreaming posted what he did there, like an article, like just a BBC article about him putting the electrodes in his head, and they literally posted it, the link, and they put the text was, "Don't try this at home."
Wait, there was a BBC article?
Oh, no, the BBC article didn't put no, but there was like an article of Michael Rodriguez. If you Google his name and brain research, or brain surgery rather, and you should find like the article where like, and then there was like a Twitter post, and then like when he was doing some of the stuff he's doing now, he put up a Twitter post, and someone said, the last time he put up a post like this, he cut his own head open, or like he did something like that.
Dude,
but I mean, he's an interesting character, right? Don't get me wrong. He's doing some interesting stuff. His methods are very unorthodox, and his methods are not the kind of methods that an ethics review board would approve.
Dude, this is insane. How did it get into the Daily Mail?
Yeah.
Like, that's just
because someone performed brain surgery on themselves and survived, probably.
And survived.
Like,
It
yeah,
is so.
he could have killed himself doing that. Like, you
He
know,
actually said,
it's terrible. It's crazy.
"Is he like is he branding it as to help him control his dreams? Because everything
I think he's trying
says
to.
that he
I think
said
he's
that,
trying to
and that's
induce
just
lucidity through implanted electrodes. I think it was that one.
yeah, exactly.
But
And he keeps
recording
calling
audio
it
from
dream control.
imaginations, yeah, that actually sounds kind of cool. I hope he didn't implant more electrodes in himself, though. I think I gotta roll a tire up into a croissant.
What?
Dude, just a rock. Do you think I could roll a tire up into a
Oh yeah.
croissant?
Oh yes.
That just sounds gross.
If you put it under an anvil, it becomes a pancake.
Oh.
If you put it through a straw, it becomes spaghetti.
Mm. Which what brand what brand croissants do you buy? Michelin, Goodyear. uh, I get my Firestone pancakes and my Goodyear donuts and my Michelin croissants.
Oh my.
It's just so funny. It's just so funny. You're talking about presence, so you're not. Are you talking about So iGalaxy? For confirmation, are you talking about presence, like being aware in the moment of what you're doing and not being on autopilot, or are you talking about vividness, how well you're remembering like the details from your dreams and like how detailed it is, or how
Well, it doesn't
there you
matter.
are, like or like how it feels or how it goes?
Aren't both like improved with the recall? Like both of them.
Yeah.
Last sidetrack.
All right, you keep up the good attitude there, Cappuccino. You'll do just fine. It's actually not called either. It's called wake initiated lucid dreaming.
I need to find my first journal entry. I need to find this. Last night I had the strangest dream. It was like I talked to my friend from like 4 years ago for the first time in like 4 years. And they knew a bunch of stuff about like Dream Cafe. Because like I think if I look at my statistics, I have 248 journal dreams. At least. Probably about 300. Guess how many of them have the theme Dream Cafe?
Have what in Dream Cafe?
The theme of Dream Cafe. Or
How
the
many?
element. 53. That is more than my mother and my father combined.
53
So
dreams?
53 dreams
Lucid?
contain Dream Cafe in it. No.
53
Just
dreams is a week's worth of dreams.
I don't recall that much stuff. I'm not like you. But then like meanwhile my mother appears in only 18 of my dreams.
Oh, you're talking about in the level of. Oh, you're talking about characters appearing in your dreams. Oh, I got you. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell at first what you're talking about. Okay, so Dream Cafe appeared in how many of them?
53.
53. So you dreamed about Dream Cafe 53 times. I've dreamed about Dream Cafe before plenty of times. One of my earliest like reality check fail or state test fail jokes was like, or not state testing actually. No, this was you know how Dream Cafe used to have the reminder bot to do state tests like a while ago,
Yeah.
like that reminder thing.
Yeah.
So this is back in 2020, and I was state testing at the time, and like the first time that bot went off and I didn't do a state test, I was actually browsing Dream Cafe in a dream.
Oh my gosh.
It was hilarious. It was one of the funniest things ever because of the irony of it.
Yeah, that's so
Just
sad.
goes to show state testing isn't everything, especially mindless state testing.
Yes. Definitely.
Is the best keep information incubation material simple? Yes.
What?
So don't go for vulcanized rubber. Just use regular rubber. So he's the one who's making all the tire, doing all the tire stuff. So
Oh no.
yeah. Keep the incubation material simple. I think is gives you the best chance with it. I had to go for that. I just had to. Oh my goodness, it's great. Let's see. How many people do we even have on this thing? Let me see. 8 concurrent viewers, 5 likes. Not bad. Not bad for something I scheduled 5 minutes before I actually started it.
Sure. Me and Liam keep on doing our own Q&As at about 6 p.m. your time on Saturdays or Sundays.
Oh, 6 p.m. my time is out, regardless of the day.
Sad. But Liam can't do later because he's in Europe.
I could do earlier on Saturday.
Oh wait, on Saturday. Okay, that's good.
On Saturday, I can do 2 or 3. I cannot do like 6 because we eat dinner anytime between 6 and 7 normally. And so it could be 6:30, it could be 6:45, and I have to go. 7 to 8 is almost always out. Jeopardy just started back up, for example. And so the 6 to 8 block is the worst time of the day for me, period, on a non-school day.
You could stream at William to change it.
I could stream at 2 in the morning more easily than I could stream at 6 at night.
I said stream, not stream. I said stream at William to change it. I can't talk, sorry.
Well, I can just run my own damn live. I can just run my own darn live streams.
Yeah, true, but we kind of.
I would love to do those with you guys. I just can't do them at 6 p.m.
I can ask Liam to change it.
Yeah.
And then we can schedule together.
But as 5 p.m. would work.
5 p.m.
That's an hour earlier. That'd be perfect.
I could ask you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and because we keep on doing it, and we're just in the voice channel, and then no one asks any questions.
That's why it's always good to have someone to talk to, because you can fill the dead air like what we were doing. It makes it better. It makes for a better stream.
We always just end up playing games, and then we last time you joined the voice channel and we were playing Minecraft, right? That was supposed to be a Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, maybe it wasn't. No, that was the game night. But then last time we did the Q&A, we started playing a game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You need to solve this problem, but in your presence.
Mm-hmm. We should talk to Liam. Jessurama didn't know the word vulcanization, so I taught him something new.
But Vulcans from Star Trek?
If he's not a Trekkie fan, he wouldn't get it.
True.
To boldly go where no one has gone before. Go. I'm gonna have a computer cancel reminder.
For the meeting at 9:45 p.m. Canceled.
Yeah, don't need to be reminded for something I already know I'm gonna go to.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
I know. Well, that's 9:45. The meeting's at 10. I usually show up around 9:50-ish. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I want to thank you for coming out and being on here, because it was a lot of fun having you here. And I want to thank everyone else for showing up. Thank you, everyone. And this is better than just me talking to myself when no one has questions.
Of course, if you ever want me to come join you, it's a
great. Anytime you're around and there's a lot of dead air, I'd love to have someone on just to talk with.
Every time that I have to do homework and you're around, please tell me to do anything other than my homework, and then I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's go. We have a deal.
All right. You have yourself a good night, and everybody else do the same.
You too. Thank you. Bye.